So I hope you all like the paint. Painting is one of my favorite things to do in art. I paint all the time at home, and then I hang up all my paintings all over my apartment. So paint is a lot of fun. What we want to do is we want to experiment with paint and see what type of different things we can do with this material. Normally when we paint, we use a paintbrush, right? And you would dip this in the paint and then put it on your paper. But today we are going to use these pieces of cardboard to paint and see what happens when we do that. Weird, right? We'll see. So you want to start today with a piece of paper. You can have the paper bigger if you want to, but not really smaller, so you have room to work. You need to have a piece of cardboard and then some different colors of paint. And you can use any colors that you want. So, first thing that we're going to do is you're going to take whichever color you want to start with paint, and we're going to put some drops of paint on our paper. So you can open it up, and you don't want to put too much, because we don't want to have too much paint on our paper. So you can just put some little drops around your paper, not so much. Then you might want to go to your next color. But again, just a few, not so much. On my last one that I did, I put way too much paint, so try not to put too much. You can always add more paint, but if you have too much, then it's going to be a little bit messy. And maybe I'll put some red. Okay, great. So we'll see if this is enough paint. If not, we can add some more. So this, I already had paint on this one, but you can take your piece of cardboard and you want to try to hold your paper with one hand so it doesn't go all over the place. And we're going to take our cardboard and swipe the paint across the paper and see what happens. So you can start at the ends and then pull the paint all the way down. And I'll hold this up a little bit, but my paint's going to drip so I can kind of show you what happens. Looks pretty cool. Then we can try going in the opposite direction, and it keeps pulling the paint. You can even see what happens. You don't have to just pull it straight. You can see what happens if you go in a wavy kind of motion here and see how that looks. You can try to do short little pulls, or you can do it longer across the whole page. And eventually, you want to notice that all of the colors start to mix together. Right? Before we had different colors, and now they're all starting to mix. So you can keep pulling your paints around like this until your whole page is finished, and then we can let it dry. And I'm sure you'll come out with something really, really beautiful. And when you are done, and this dries, you can be finished, and this can be your artwork, and you're all finished, or you can be a little bit creative and decide what else you want to do with this. So you can use this as the background for another artwork, so you can, once it dries, you can paint on top with more paint, you can draw on top with markers or crayons, you can put a photograph of yourself on it, and you can write on top of it, or you can just leave it like it is. I think this looks pretty cool. So, I hope you have fun experimenting, and send me pictures of your work if you can, because I'm sure they're going to look really great. If you get paint on your hands, that's okay. You can just wash them. I already have paint all over my hands, and have fun.